What's up, world? Mikey D here. Coming at you with more, we'll say key Aquilo tips. So, I am not stranded anymore. I have built a very good transport ship. It is extremely well defended, nuclear powered, and I'm just leaning into the nuclear power. Before I was trying to kind of do it on the cheap, and I'm like, no, not anymore. We're going whole hog. This just arrived at Navis. I have this inserter set up, so if there's too much steam in here, it'll turn off, so we aren't always wasting nuclear fuel. We do end up wasting some, but not as much. I have missile production on this ship. We're breaking down those carbonic asteroids to sulfur and carbon, making our explosives, synthesizing our coal, making rockets to feed our rocket launchers. I added one more just in cases. And I started out importing 2,000 onto the platform. Well, we're up to 6 now, and it just kind of keeps growing. So, that's working out. That's good. We're happy about that. Yeah. So, the transport, we put in some walls, just in case some of the asteroids get through. I have a way of getting rid of my excess nuclear waste. All in all, transport's working great, like that. Aquilo itself, let's start over at the beginning. So I landed, and I set up a little like oil pump jack thing. I'm trying to avoid looking at something for a minute. Set up an oil pump jack thing. Started making solid fuel to make some rocket fuel. I'm like, oh, I'll make rocket fuel here, and then with that rocket fuel, I'd refuel my rockets, and then I'd have one less thing to import, right? I've gotten over it. Importation, I don't care. But even just 2 of these guys making the ammonia necessary in order to make solid fuel and rocket fuel, I was making tons of extra ice. And I'm like, well, I need ice for power generation. That's fine. I'll turn some of this ice into the icy landfill, basically. Okay, cool. And then I work out how many ice melters it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of a Tootsie Pop, and it's a lot. Okay, fine. I have tons of ice melters to make water to run my power plants. Again, leaning into the nuclear fuel. I'm importing all the nuclear fuel, but it uses it slow enough. I'm not really worried. Also, the nuclear plants are great at keeping the entire base warm. The entire base. Anyway, so I've got my fluorine pumps hooked up. I got my power generation. Power generation's extremely stable. Like, I'm just kind of sipping on power right now. I got my rocket launcher set up. Oh, did I remember to have my transport drop off the frickin' steel? No. I was gonna make a second launcher. Anyway, set this up so I can't forget. Alright. So I've got a rocket launcher set up. I will be making a second one probably right here next to it. That way we get maximum rocketage going on. All good so far, right? Well, I started setting up my lithium brine, right? I get some lithium out of the vents. I start turning it into lithium with some imported holmium. Great. I smelt that down. I make some lithium plates. Cool, all good, right? We're still fine. And then I'm like, oh man, how much ammonia do I need if I want to make 250 science a minute. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll go big. Maybe I'll go 300 science a minute. And so we go to ye old Factorio calculator. We start throwing things into the mix, and I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of cryogenic plants. Okay, all right. Well, I'm making the lithium. I got the blue chips because I'm going to be launching rockets eventually. Okay, I'll make a bunch of cryogenic plants. Okay, I need 14 there and some. Okay. And then it has this number for ammonia, but it doesn't tell you how to get it. It's like, yeah, you're gonna pump out the solution, and it's gonna magically turn into this, and ... profit. I'm like, that is a lot of ammonia. Oh my goodness, 4080. Oh geez. And I look at any one of these guys here, right? And it's only making 50 a second. And I start doing math, and I'm like, what? I need how much? I need 4,080 divided by 50 a second, and these aren't even actually making 50 a second. They're actually making 40 a second because of the speed of the arms is stifling the throughput. I need 102 of these chemical plants set up just to make ammonia. Oh my god. And so I make 102. Well, I don't even know if it's 102. Let's find out. It is 80. This isn't even the full 102. I'm like, oh god damn, this is crazy. And just look at all this, and then I realize the calculator is items per minute, not per second. And so I need 4,080 ammonia a minute. Well, I'm making, from one chemical plant, I'm making about 40 a second. Times 60 seconds. I need 2 chemical plants making ammonia to run the entire thing. 2. 2. Well, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. This is a lot going on. I obviously want to make my science, so I'll be digging into that. Everything seems to have stalled out right now. What's up? No, seriously, what is... Oh, my ammonia is backed up. Oh, my ammonia is backed up because my lithium's backed up. Oh. Okay, cool. There. We'll just put all that in another chest, and we'll do the same thing over here. There we go. Look at that. Fancy. But yeah, like, I don't need that much ammonia. Like, this setup right here is probably more than sufficient to run the entire science setup and make 300 science a minute. Now you notice I have like a speed module up the yazoo on some of this stuff, especially like 10 electric furnaces. I'm gonna see how much I can get. I need 300 lithium plates a minute. I'm sure I could pull that out. 3.2 cryogenic plants. Maybe we see. Oh, okay. So 4, and then we can go like this. Great. So there's some of this kind of stuff that I can play with the ratios a little. I can see what I can do, but oh yeah, and I don't need any of that. I'm importing the holmium plates. So I can ignore that production as well. Lithium brine, easy. 900 ice a minute. So... But you... What? But you can't... Solution separate... What? The calculator is not quite ready for prime time, it looks like. Because you can't... Oh, you can. You can separate ammonia and ice. Well, alright, fine. It's the same end result as doing it this way through chemical plants. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, there's your hot Factorio tip of the day. When you're doing your math, make sure that you're doing your math between items per second and items per minute properly. I'm aiming for that 300 because 260 is kind of the max that I'm hitting with my my gleba science. Yeah, 188 a minute is what I'm commonly making, and that seems a little low. Something might have jammed up again, Lord only knows. No, it's cooking. So 188 a minute coming out of this. 300 a minute is obviously a lot more than that, but I figure I can stockpile it and overproduce it, and then eventually I'll come back and I'll plus up gleba a bit more and see about making even more science. And then even more science. Maybe I'll work on doubling? Not quite doubling the gleba production. See if we can push it more into the 250 a minute range. The trick is there's always some amount of spoiled science that happens. So it's never going to be perfect for gleba, and that's okay. All right, yeah, just figured I'd share my trials and tribulations here on Aquilo with you, as you can gaze upon the majesty that is a completely inappropriately overly built build. On that note, have a good day. Catch you later.